Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody, and a big thank you to the Royal Rogue for the above photo. I couldn't have made it better myself. You guys, you know I'm on vacation, but we're going to do our regular video, and I'm taking you guys along on our vacation, so there's a lot to cover. Kind of a long video. Stick with me. Let's get there, shall we? Let's go. All right, we're starting off this morning with Princess Anne. She went to the Chesterfield Royal Hospital and opened the new emergency department. She recognized all the fabulous work from the hospital staff. I know all about that. It's fabulous. Now, also, while Princess Anne was there, she unveiled a plaque, and the plaque gives the new name of their new training hospital ward, which is going to be used by the nursing students as part of their teaching. I love that. Anne, as usual, working hard, getting out there. You guys know I love her. All right, moving on. Did you guys know that it's the 400th anniversary of the death of William Shakespeare? So Prince Charles went to Shakespeare's grave while he was at Holy Trinity Church on April 23rd in 2016. That's when these photos were taken. Apparently, he's very partial to Shakespeare, and I did not know, thank you to Sarah's Secret, that he played the lead in Macbeth at 17 years old. Fabulous. All right, moving on. The Royal Collection Trust has announced that they've come out with a new book about King Charles called From Accession to Coronation, A Monarch in the Making, and it is now available in their online shop. I'm definitely ordering that. And a big thank you to the same group, because apparently there's going to be a coronation exhibition that's going to be at Buckingham Palace. It opens up, well, by the time you see this, it will have opened up, and it's the centerpiece for the summer openings for tourists. This is when I wish I was there, because by the time I get there, it'll be gone. That makes me very sad. I mean, this is when you get to see the really cool stuff. When will the chance ever come again for me to see, this necklace? You guys know what I'm saying. Ugh. Moving on, King Charles and Queen Camilla were in Cornwall for the first time as King and Queen, and boy, were they busy. So it was the 30th anniversary at St. Ives, and so King Charles and Queen Camilla toured the Barbara Hepworth Museum and Sculpture Gardens, and they met with some of the artists. How lovely. They met all kinds of people. It looks like a beautiful garden area there. You see all that? Gorgeous. And of course, while they were there, they planted and watered a shrub. Very nice. The Queen went to the Oasis Center. This is a center that gives support to locals at risk of isolation, people with mental health issues, young parents, things like that. Very nice. Now, after that, Charles and Camilla went and met the volunteers and staff at Lifeboat Day SS. Very wonderful. That's a big boat. This was a real action-packed day for the two of them. They stopped at a lot of places. The Queen also visited the Women's Center in Cornwall, which gives specialist support to women living with sexual and domestic violence abuse. And at the end, Charles and Camilla put out a lovely note that said that it was so wonderful to meet so many people from the Cornish community at St. Ives Harbor, which also includes some of the coronation champions who were recognized earlier in the year for their outstanding voluntary contributions. Wonderful. All right, let's move on now. All right, moving on to Harry and Meghan. Apparently, Harry, they say he's surprised. There's no surprise. I don't know why they constantly say that. He surprised a group of young people because he co-hosted an event with the Diana Award. Okay, we all know what that charity is. He shared a short video that shows the behind-the-scenes detail of the Conversations for Change seminar, where the group discussed important topics last month. Once again, Meghan was nowhere to be found. They're doing more and more separately. I find it still to this day incredulous that William put out a statement that was all about the winners. Harry put out a statement that was all about himself. Moving on. Next up, we've all seen the stories that Harry and Meghan sold their house. I have to tell you, I don't think they ever bought that house. I think they were doing like a rent-to-own thing. But amazingly, this article basically says that they don't live in that house anymore. They've bought another house, which would correspond with about the time that we heard that they were house shopping. All right, moving on. Next up, it's being reported Meghan was warned to be careful with Catherine Middleton because she's not this squeaky little do-gooder that everybody thinks she is. She obviously has no trouble standing up. We know that she's behind the whole recollections may vary thing, and she's willing to stand up and fight for her family. And yeah, I think Meghan's going to push it too far. Something ugly is going to happen. And with that, my subscriber Fabulous Newt pointed out that, women should use their voices, and Catherine has found hers and has used it. Game, set, and match. Spot on. All right, moving on. They're saying that Meghan is too controversial and has too much baggage to launch a solo brand. I have to agree with that. The draw is Harry. The draw is royalty. She's neither. Not really. Ugh. Next up, I just wanted to touch on this. Another YouTuber put out a thing saying that Harry's going to sue over those pictures of Lily. I'll believe that when I see it. He's not going to sue because he approved of those photos as far as I can tell. Moving on. All right, next up, a story came out that said that Harry and Meghan lack magic and they can't compete with William and Catherine. Spot on. Completely agree. All right, let's move on to this award that Harry and Meghan were nominated for. First of all, it's only been in existence for 2 years. Second of all, they asked how the ceremonies were financed, and it's private entities pay to promote their products or services at the events. A bartering kind of system. So this Twitter user, Roger Todger, basically found that this is like another thing to bring like Sunshine Sacks and, these other groups to bring their clients to the forefront. You get it? Come to find out, the voting is a very small number of people. It's a small committee. There's just 3 people listed. There's no general voting membership. So this small group decides who wins. So a PR agency can concentrate and, push their client's agenda. And so if they do win, it's really not, again, this is just going to be another fake award. It's only been around for 2 years, and I guarantee you that Meghan's PR people are just going to arrange the whole thing. I mean, it's ridiculous. All right, moving on. Now, this next article came out, which really caught my attention because they're basically telling Harry and Meghan to dig deep and show some grit. In other words, work. Get a job, do the work. Don't just sit back and go, I'm Prince Harry, that's enough. That should be enough, okay? Because right now there's going to be a Hollywood strike, it looks like. There's things going on. It's just not good. And on top of all that, Neil Sean just reported that Netflix wants Harry to go to Africa. Harry doesn't want to go to Africa without Meghan, and Meghan wants more money to go to Africa, and they're not willing to pay. So the whole thing could be up in the air. So it looks like they finally realized that royalty just doesn't travel well. All right, next up, do you guys remember when Harry said that he sent the fighter jet after his dad and it made his windows rattle? You guys remember that? Well, here's a picture of a jet doing a high-speed low pass over a car just to show you what happens. Watch this. All right, you guys, moving on. We are on vacation. Here we are in the airport getting ready to board. Here we are waiting to get on the plane. Here we are finally on the plane. And finally, we landed in New York. We picked up a rental car. We drove in to Manhattan. There's the skyline, absolutely gorgeous. We went to this rental company called Drivo. We dealt with this fabulous man right here who arranged our rental car for us. I'm covering his name just in case. So far, so good. Now, I'm going to take you along with our activities for the day just so you guys can keep up with everything. All right, here we go. Now, as we were walking to our first destination, we passed all of these fabulous restaurants along the side, beautiful sit outside eateries, flowers, all this fabulous stuff, okay? Take a look at this. So we're walking along in the area where the car chase took place. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I tried to debunk. Just look at this. So guys, I am in Manhattan. It took us over an hour to go 6 miles in the car. I'm not kidding. So I wanted to show you the traffic pattern so you could see what the actual traffic pattern is in Manhattan. So New York is set up on a grid. That's why they call it gridlock traffic. See that? Some streets are only one way. You sit for extended periods of time just trying to get through the light. And you hear all the beeping and all the noise. This is the speed. Here you go. And then boom, it stops because they can't get through. And they're blocking the road. This is the gridlock traffic, you guys, where Harry and Meghan said they were chased for 2 hours. Not possible. So we're walking along and my husband's like, I really want a New York bagel with pastrami. And we come up on this place called Rio Bagel. So we decide, okay, we'll go in, we'll give it a try. So we walk in and they had all these fabulous menus and all these things. And my husband orders a bagel with pastrami. He tells the woman, no salad, no lettuce, no tomato, no cheese, just pastrami on a bagel. That's it, pastrami on a bagel. He must have said it 10 times. They finally give us our food. My husband opens up his. He's got cheese and everything on it. So he hands it back, and all they did was scrape it off and hand it back to him. Very disappointing. I had a Monte Cristo, which also wasn't that great. My opinion. All right, so moving on, we're walking on, and we keep passing all these people, like this very nice gentleman right here who's trying to get us on this hop-on, hop-off bus. It's an all-day tour, but we're just not interested. And then we reached our destination. And our final destination was, as you can see, the Empire State Building. My husband and I went there 20-something years ago with the kids. We never made it past the lobby because one of our kids developed a fever. We had to turn around and leave. So all these years later, my husband was like, am I actually going to get up there this time? So we went in. First thing, it wasn't that expensive. I was surprised. But they take you through like a museum. They show you how it was built. There's little movies going on in these, you look through. Here, watch this. Can't really see it. We saw the original survey marker. That was pretty cool. And then we went into another area of the museum. Watch this.
Listen, I don't got you in my WhatsApp anymore. I got the new phone.
Now they show you how high up you are. I mean, you're pretty high. It's a little unnerving. And then they show you the original things that used to run the elevators. Like, really? Now, my husband took regular photos here, but that was actually a video going on behind me. That's why the ape is moving around. At one point, he sneezed into the window. It was really funny. Okay, then you get on the elevator that shoots you up so fast your ears are popping. Watch this.
See those hot rivets flying through the air? Nice catch, Lou! Get those planks out of the way, huh?
Oh my God, my ears are popping.
I just wanted to say that I feel like
And that, my friend, is when you are then met with some of the most beautiful skyline you've ever seen. You can see the Freedom Tower. You're able to see off in the distance the Hudson. Remember where that plane came down with Captain Sully? You're able to see the Statue of Liberty. The views are just phenomenal. Now, if you're one of those people that doesn't like heights, This is still good because you're inside, so it's not so bad. When you're outside, however, and the wind is blowing, that's a whole nother ball of wax. Now, for those of you who don't know it, you'll know that the Empire State Building is literally a city in a city. Like, they have their own electricians, their own carpenters, their own key makers. Like, it's pretty cool. All right, let's move on. This is the next place where we went for dinner. Here's a little video we took during the day. Watch this. Stop into an Irish pub, playing Wham. Look at that, it's fabulous. So dinner for me was French onion soup, which I have to be honest, I sent back. It wasn't that great. The dumplings, which were mine and were very good. And my husband had some sort of a curry dish, which he said was absolutely phenomenal. Now, after that, we walked down to Times Square. Husband had never seen it. I hadn't seen it in 30 years. And there were people there in costume. Look at this.
Hello, what is this? What is this? Hey, no water, my brain. Oh my God.
So we got swarmed and we got pictures. Of course, we had to pay for them. Now, as we were leaving, we came up on this. Watch this.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Now, people are asking me about Finn. He is boarded, but I did tape a little bit before we dropped him off. Here you go. Did somebody find his toy? Look at that tail.
Give me the elephant.
All right, it's yours. It's all yours. You're so cute! Boop. All right. It's all yours. All yours. You are so freaking cute. You know that? You boop. All right, you guys, we're going to keep on with the vacation and the royal news as best as we can. Don't forget to leave those comments below and make them good. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell. If you've already hit the button, double check. Make sure you are still subscribed. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund or through the thanks button, thank you so much. Don't forget to go into the description box and you'll find the links to my Twitter, my Getter, my Rumble, my email, and my physical address in case there's something you want to send. And as always, you guys, have a great day.